Good morning, learners, wherever you are. I hope you're well. So, today we're going to be speaking about geometric shapes in 3D. And our specific focus will be on constructing of nets. So, in this lesson, firstly, you have to learn about polyhedrons. So, you will learn the following. You will learn about the following in this lesson. Firstly, you're going to learn about knowing the shape and its surfaces. You have to know the number of vertices, vertex, know the number of edges of a shape, and know how to finally construct nets. So before we actually start, we have to know, if you actually know, do you know these shapes and where you can find them in real life? And which 2D shapes build these 3D shapes? So firstly, look at this shape. Do you know what it's called? It is called a triangular prism, excuse me. And then you know in real life, things like tents look like this. Some calendars actually look like this shape. And secondly, do you know what this shape is called? This shape is called a rectangular prism. So you know this shape, you could see bricks that look like these shapes, and hopefully you got them right. So as we continue, so you heard that we have to talk about vertices, faces, and edges. So now here I have a cube with me. So we have to know what is the difference between vertices, faces, and edges, and it's going to help you with other shapes also. So firstly, the vertex is the corner of a shape. And right now, as you can see, how many vertices do you think this cube has? So let us count. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the one that you cannot see at the back is 8. So now, what is a face? A face is the face. Basically, it's like your face, as you can see in the mirror. So the face of this cube is this one. So how many faces does this cube have? It has 1, it has 2, it has 3 at the back, it has 4 at the back, it has 5 at the back, it has 6 at the bottom, it has 7, it has 8. Excuse me, it has 6 because it's like a die also. So what is the edge of the shape? The edge of the shape is like the sides of a shape, is the lines that build up the shape. So how many edges are this? Does this cube have? Is 1, is 2, is 3, is 4, is 5, is 6, it's 7, it's 8, it's 9, it's 10 at the back, it's 11 at the back, and it's 12. So now that you know the difference between vertices, faces, and edges, now you have to know that there are types of polyhedrons, because now you might know 2D shapes like triangles, rectangles, and squares. But if you mix them together, what do you have? So you know that 2D shapes are polygons and 3D shapes are polyhedrons. So now it's a shape. This one is a cube which is built out of squares. Its faces is built out of squares, as you can remember. Now we have a rectangular prism, as you've seen, which contains 2 shapes and 4 rectangles, which are the faces. As we continue, so we have more polyhedrons. So the first one or the third one in this instance is that you have a triangular prism. A triangular prism is made out of two triangles, which is this one, and three rectangles, which is at the bottom, at the front, and at the back. So we have a cylinder. A cylinder, is like a cup. A cup is the same as, you can say, a toilet roll. So a cylinder is made out of two circles and a rectangular face, because you cannot put the rectangle and put it as one, but what you can do is that you can say that it looks that way when you look at the front side, so front face. So what is a pyramid? What is a pyramid? Which is made out of four triangles and one square. So now, when you know the shapes, you have to know how to construct them from scratch, meaning that you have to know how to turn a 2D shape into a 3D shape. This is where nets come in, because nets are 2D shapes that make 3D shapes become 3D shapes, meaning that the 2D shapes that you take and put them and assemble them together, and they become 3D shapes. So now let's look at this pyramid over here. So this pyramid over here, as I've said in the previous slide, it is made out of a square and it is made out of four triangles. When you disassemble it, you can see that here we have our square over here. We have our four triangles, which is 1, 2, 3, or 4. And if you put them together, where I put my mouse over here, and you put the first triangle up, the next triangle up, the third triangle up, and the fourth triangle up, you will see that this vertex over here will make them that triangular prism or a pyramid. So now, these are some of the examples that of shapes that you can use, or the nets that you use, so that you can construct these shapes. As you can see, this one is for a cube, this one is for a triangular prism, this one is for it can be a rectangle or a cube also. This one is for a pyramid also, or this one is for a triangular prism. So now, here's an activity. You're going to build your own. So let's go, let's reiterate it. You know that they are shapes and they have vertices. And now the point of this lesson is for you to know how to construct the nets of these shapes, because you cannot know how to disassemble them if you don't know the shapes themselves. So now, here's an interesting activity that you're going to do at home. When you are actually doing the nets so that you can assemble the 3D shape, you have to follow the route where the nets go. So now, in the lesson, you saw that this assembles into a cube. So now, these little lines here, they represent the side that you cannot see. So now, you want to assemble it, and you want to make it a cube this way. So if we had to talk about the nets of this, we'll specify this here, somewhere here. Then we have to draw another square somewhere here. Then you assemble this. You start off with this side, then it falls to this side, then you take this up and it creates another side, it goes to this side, then it creates another side. So this one, it is the top and the front. So you're going to start off with the top. so that it can fold to the front. So now, if you fold the front also, obviously the top is going to go up here. So you can see with another example with our triangular prism. So what is going to happen with this one? You know that you have to have at least three rectangles. And remember, these dotted lines represent your bottom. So if you have to do with this one also, it's the same as that one. You fold this one, probably is the front. You fold it this way. You fold this one that way is the back. Then you're going to meet somewhere these two rectangles over here. Then they end up becoming a triangular prism. So now you know how to fix the edges and how to assemble the edges and assemble the nets. Thank you. So you're going to build your own net using the following material. You're going to use a paper and cardboard box. These are the materials that you're going to use, and this is the class activity or a homework activity. You're going to use a ruler and a pencil, and this is what you're going to do when you get all these materials. You're going to first choose any shape of your choice. You have to make sure that if you are choosing a shape, you have enough material so that you can be able to do that shape in the first place. So you're going to choose a 3D shapes, can be a cube, a rectangular prism, can be a pyramid, a cylinder, any of your choice. Secondly, you're going to draw a net of the shape on your paper or cardboard. As I've shown you in this previous slide, these are the nets of how you are going to view you're going to do your 3D shapes. Use your ruler and pencil to measure. Use more than 4 centimeters to make it a little bit big. Carefully, and the next instruction after you have drawn everything, carefully cut the next so that the edges are appropriate. Make sure that they are according to measure, because now that's why we said that you have to use your ruler and your pencil. Bring the shape together from the net and use the glue or shape to the tape to for the shape to come together. Make sure that when you actually assemble the shape, you use your glue or tape so that they can be assembled together. Make sure your work is assembled together. And one more thing, make sure the measurements are equal or correct, especially if you are going to do a cube, so that you know if it does not come to